Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. We've got a lefty against a righty, gentlemen, so I'm going to caution now. Watch the heads. All right, touch gloves. Back to your corner.
And Chocolatito in the blue and white. Remember, it was in round 1 in New York when Sor Rungvisai scored the knockdown that ultimately delivered the point that won the fight for him. First time around. Moving to his left there as Sor Rungvisai reaches with the left hand.
Yes, he didn't get the win. But I think most people thought he did win convincingly.
Yeah, I don't think it's any major check because Sor Rungvisai is definitely coming back after Chocolatito punches, and he has to use a little bit more movement, subtleties, not a lot of big things.
Well, I'm always worried when a fighter says, okay, I need to stay away from the butts. Stay away from butts. They're part of the flow of the action. If you're fighting against a southpaw, it's almost always going to be a possibility. If you concentrate on that instead of on mounting your offense, aren't you headed in the wrong direction?
You're focusing on the wrong thing. You have to let the referee officiate the fight, and you have to focus on the actual fight itself.
Heavyweight at 30 might just be getting started. A 30-year-old flyweight seems to be on the downside. But between rounds, Andre Ward, I didn't like the look on his face. He didn't look happy and he didn't look comfortable.
Yeah, Chocolatito, I didn't like the first round at all. I think Sor Rungvisai definitely controlled the action, landed some heavy shots, and right now Chocolatito looks like he doesn't have any answers.
Well, in a way, Chocolatito's been hoodwinked into not being Chocolatito. You've always otherwise gotten the win in your career. And the kind of actual round a little more like Chocolatito, a little more aggressively, and he's having more success.
Exactly. Suddenly a different fighter as he starts to move his hands and fire away the way we've seen him do through most of his career. That was definitely not what happened in round number 1. Punching begins to flow. He's really something magical to watch.
And Sor Rungvisai is fighting this fight with real confidence, as though he's the boss in there.
I felt when we met with the two of them yesterday that was the case. Sor Rungvisai has a new sense of self. He really believes that he won a fight that he deserved to win and is the champion because he deserves to be that way. Chocolatito, I was surprised, was very honest that at 115 pounds, he doesn't have the same control of his opponents he used to have.
The fighter verbalized that. Again, that's not something I would ever do, but maybe it's something. Sor Rungvisai said he trained four months for this fight instead of 2 months. We got to keep an eye on if that was too much training and if he overtrained for this rematch.
Sor Rungvisai has thrown 47 more punches than Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. You used to never see anybody throw more punches than Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. So times have changed, and Srisaket Sor Rungvisai, though he's taking some leather, continues to fight confidently.
And Chocolatito did less in this fight. He's been known to go 200, 180 rounds. He's fought about 126, 130 rounds in this fight.
And Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez in the blue and white trunks.
Punch output. One of the reasons he's been able to remain so successful as he moved up in weight categories, devastating in the super small weight divisions. But even as he moved up, it was just a punching machine. And if you take that away from him, what's going to distinguish him in a fight like this?
He's got to find a way, Max. I mean, if you're going to be mentioned in that top 10 of the pound-for-pound list, when you move up in weight, you got to find a way to get things done. Even if your power doesn't travel, guys are bigger, you got to find a different way mentally to get inside and do what you need to do and execute your game plan to get the win.
Well, he did, but now maybe the decision in the last fights convinced him to do otherwise.
Hard right hand to the body by Chocolatito. Starting the fight with a little bit more confidence here in round number 3.
Get hit a lot more in this fight than he did in the first one.
Yeah, Max,
If you're 44-0, there's somebody out there who might have your number. It's quite possible that Chocolatito in Srisaket Sor Rungvisai has simply found the guy, the one person on the planet who might have his number.
Still early to tell, but it's kind of looking like that at the moment.
The problem with that, Jim, is, but here the decision has him changing his style, and against a newly very confident fighter.
Something has altered his confidence, and maybe he can get it back as the action continues here.
He has to obviously respect Sor Rungvisai's power, a very strong puncher.
Sor Rungvisai throwing, no question.
Hard left hand by Sor Rungvisai. If you're going to be an offensive fighter, you're going to give away a little bit on defense. Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez has never been a winner because of his defense. Fought rounds here early going at the StubHub Center in Carson, California.
Sor Rungvisai. I tell you, Jim, I think that the guy's not simple. He's landing more, he's landing harder, he's landing at that right hook to the body. Look at that. He seems to be getting off first, and he throws good combinations. What else can you ask for? Look at that.
Down goes Chocolatito on a colossal right hook by Srisaket Sor Rungvisai.
6. You okay?
Guys, it just looks like the end of Chocolatito.
It certainly does. There's a body shot by Sor Rungvisai.
He's extremely hurt right now. One more shot gets in there, it could be all over.
Over and over, Chocolatito has come forward toward Sor Rungvisai, and rather than to throw, has allowed Sor Rungvisai to throw first at him.
It's not simply that Chocolatito's...
And he goes a second time, and this is it. This is over. He is knocked out. Tremendous performance. Spectacular performance. Your losses rather than your wins. This, too much, will be what people remember about Chocolatito.
And this is a great career. He's had 46 victories. He's been on the pound-for-pound list. And like you said, these last 2 fights.
A more plodding fighter who he seemed to have his way with in the first fight. He was getting beaten to the punch, in a way outboxed and certainly outslugged in each of the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, Chocolatito was never really in this second fight.
The winner by knockout victory, and still the reigning WBC super flyweight champion of the world, from Bangkok, Thailand, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai.